maintenance of certain properties over to the city of San Diego. The goal is to allow city crews to clear homeless encampments on Caltrans property, specifically along the sides of freeways.
A delegated maintenance agreement is how we can address the issues that San Diegans are bringing to me every single day.
Sweeps, folks, here in San Diego. I've got my California shirt on today. Should have had a California shirt with a homeless camp in it, but this one, what's a surfing dinosaur? A surfing dinosaur, but it should have been homeless camps, because that's pretty much what you see when you're driving around here. You see a lot of homeless camps. Not just that, obviously. I'm being kind of a cynic, but it's gotten worse, folks. As we said, it would get worse. And now we've got people choosing to be homeless, even with all the struggles, the sweeping of the homeless camps. These people set up camps and they get torn down. They have to go somewhere else. It's a nightmare. Being homeless is a nightmare. But the fact that you can't even have a tent up and it gets swept down, so it's a nightmare on top of nightmare on top of nightmare. But even as bad as it is, even as nightmarish as it is, people are still choosing homelessness over working paycheck to paycheck, working just to pay bills, working to never accomplish anything or never get anywhere, never own anything, is what it seems like to a lot of people. Well, let's finish up this report, then we're going to hear from a few people that are going to kind of tell you what's going on with them and what's going on with a lot of people here.
Italy, downtown, East Village, and Barrio Logan. In the last 2 weeks, the city received more than 200 reports of encampments in this area.
This is where we see some extremely large, very unsafe, very unsanitary encampments, and this is where we're going to start.
The city could not clarify if any shelter.
Notice of cleanup, folks. Many people are just getting their stuff taken down, and sometimes if they're not there to gather it up and walk away with whatever they can hold or whatever they can put in a shopping cart, they come back and their stuff's just gone. All right, so imagine being a homeless person, accumulating a few things, putting it in your tent. You come back, maybe you got a can of food. It's gone. You don't know where to go to get it. Your tent's gone. Your food, all your stuff's gone. So you're already homeless, and now it's like somebody came and just robbed you of all your stuff, because they have no place to go, folks. There are some, but there are not nearly enough designated areas for these people to go. All right, it's crazy. Some of them are offered to go to shelters. Some of them don't even want to go to shelters because they have to be clean and sober, or they're supposed to be anyway, and they choose not to. But other people that don't even drink, that are homeless, are facing this problem here. But take a listen to some people and how they feel about being homeless versus actually just struggling, working, paying bills to never get anywhere. And there's some people that just break it down better than others here. Take a listen to this one here.
I don't know that the average American doesn't have any money left over, if but maybe $200 or $300 left.
The graphic she has up says 64%. The estimates are between like 64, even 75%. I always usually say 70%. That's about what it is right now. It's probably even worse than that, though. I mean, we've seen it where numbers come out and it's actually worse.
After they get paid every 2 weeks or every month. Did y'all know that? I'm sorry, but that I literally feel like drive me to voluntary homelessness. I would volunteer to be homeless. There's no way homelessness. Voluntary homelessness. Voluntary homelessness. Voluntary homelessness. I would volunteer to be homeless. There's no way they'd have me out here.
Volunteer to be homeless. She's so tired of working, and I've been there. Back when I used to really have to grind, and still kind of grinding now because I have a family. But you get tired and you get burned out, especially if you don't like your job. You're doing a job you don't like a lot of times, and then 8 hours goes by and you're like, your day is done and you don't feel like doing anything because you're tired. And then they want you to work overtime. They want you to stay for 2 more hours sometimes, and you're already tired. Let's finish up on this one here.
Here working for anybody. And I can't live life after I pay bills. Y'all can have these bills back. Take the car, take the crib. You can have it. Listen, I'm going to be...
Take it all back. I hear you. I feel
homeless on the streets before I...
That's what it seems like. But then when you get homeless, then you're like, no way. But then again, some people that are homeless, they would choose to be homeless. We showed you the guy that lived in the woods. He's like, yeah, I'm free out here. Nobody's telling me to punch a clock. No one's telling me how to dress, what to do, what to say. It's a struggle, but there are people choosing the homelessness life over the 9 to 5, over the struggle of working and paying rent and paying bills. There's people choosing it, and not only that, it's increasing every day, the number of people that have just given up.
Air. Because, see, the way I'm set up, my Father which art in heaven would never have that be my portion. That's not my portion. There's no way that paying bills and not having any money left over to really exist, that's not my portion. That's not my portion. And I feel like if that doesn't motivate...
What do y'all think about this? I'm seeing more and more videos like this. But then again, you have people out there that say, look at what's happening in other countries, third world countries. We should be thankful for having a car, even though you have to work somewhere where you may not want to work, you may not like the job. There's always people out there pointing, well, you should be thankful because the United States are still better than this country, we're still better than that country, we're not living, with flies crawling all over us, right? Even though some homeless people might because they get their tent swept away and they don't have a tent anymore. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about this, folks? Let's finish up here, and we got a few more videos to look at and some news to get into later in this report. Important news.
You and inspire you to get out here and go make some money, make more money. See, the problem with us nowadays is not that we don't know how to make money, it's just that we need to make more money. Find ways to make more money. Stop making excuses. You need to be trying to be the president of the United States before you stop trying to find a new job. Listen, if you gotta switch jobs every single 2 weeks, then that's what you gotta do.
Switch jobs every 2 weeks. Work another job. Make more money. Hustle. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, as they used to say. Do they still say that? I haven't heard that in a while. I think my dad used to say that.
May the best salary win.
Gosh, what do you think about this, people? And if people aren't to that point yet where they're just giving up, they'd rather be homeless, people are starting to feel like it's hopeless just with the credit card debt they ran up over the few years, especially since 2020. Let's take a listen to somebody I found here. By the way, the last person was, her screen name was Jay. That's Jay Lahiman. Lahiman. All right. But take a listen to this individual. And I apologize in advance. I think this one's got some cursing in it.
Like me, and you had to use your credit cards after COVID, use them, and all that awesome credit. You had high availability of credits to you, and you said, I'll be all right. I'm gonna pick up more work. I'll be okay. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. Yeah,
I'm gonna pick up more work. The cost of living is gonna come down. Remember that? People said that it was temporary. The word they used for years was transitory. The inflation's transitory. Well, it wasn't, and it's gotten worse.
We get in the comments and say, oh, you gotta work more, you gotta get a better job, okay, I have 2 jobs, I work 7 days a week, and I have something on the side. It's still
side hustle, working 2 jobs, work 7 days a week, still can't pay off his cards, folks. This is it. This is a typical person now, typical American anyway.
Not enough. Shit gets away from you. It just does. Shit happens in life, okay? I had my identity stolen on top of that. That was a whole... I did get that money back, but it just started this whole snowball of bullshit. And I know I'm not alone. But you look around and you're like, I see stadiums full. I see concerts packed. People out to eat everywhere. Places are crowded. I see fucking $120,000 brand new trucks driving by.
They're running up debt. They're borrowing money. 70%. Not everybody. Maybe a lot of these people filling the stadiums are in the top 30%.
Like, how?
Credit, dude. How do people not know this? Just like you use your credit card, just like he's talking about. These people are putting stuff on credit in most cases. And some of them, especially the ones going to concerts, they probably live at home. Was it 1 and 2 millennials? Was it that lived at home? I don't know the number as of today, but I think it was recently we saw that number.
In the place I live, 45 minutes outside of Boston, I see some of these switches. I'm like, dude, I drive by and I go, what do you in there? What do you do? How do you, what the, how?
Sorry, people. That was a lot of cursing. I apologize. That's how people feel. I can't even, I'm having a hard time finding videos of people talking about their financial situation that aren't just mad, upset, swearing. So, I do apologize about some of this language, but it's going to be hard to even keep on doing this without finding someone that's just mad at the whole situation here. All right. But a couple things to get into, folks, and I wanted to touch on some news topics today real quick. And I'm not trying to put anybody on blast, but a lot of you said that prices are going to come down, that I was wrong, that I was doom and gloom, that I was negative. You said that prices were not going to continue to go higher. And I said, watch what happens. I said this over 6 months ago when everyone was optimistic, or a lot of people were optimistic about the administration coming in, making changes, economic shifts, different programs to cut spending, cut funding, lay off people. You were told that you were going to get refund checks because we're going to bring in so much money from these tariffs. None of it happened, folks. U.S. wholesale prices jump 3.3% as the trade war hits the economy. And you know what's about to happen? I'll let you finish the sentence. What is about to happen is, say it. You're thinking it. It's about to get, what's the word? Worse. It's about ready to get worse, folks. Nothing that's being done right now is going to fix any of the problems, any of the situation happening right now with the cost of living. Take a listen.
If you are not struggling financially right now, then you need to consider yourself completely blessed. Like, don't even consider yourself. You are completely blessed. Like, every time I check my local mom group on Facebook, I see requests or people asking where they can get some financial assistance to pay utilities or assistance with rent. And it's concerning because these people are...
That's another thing. She talked about a mom's group. Every time she's on there, she sees people asking for where they can get help from, financial assistance, food handouts and stuff like that. Folks, a lot of the people that are not in that 70% living paycheck to paycheck, a lot of those people, the top 30%, if you will, are childless. And they only have themselves to look out for. If you have a family now, I would guess that people actually that have children that are 18 or under that they have to pay for and keep alive, I would estimate that it's about probably 90% living paycheck to paycheck. That's just my estimate. I haven't seen any studies, any reports. But when overall everybody, even single people, 70% are living paycheck to paycheck, how bad is it for people that actually have a family and those extra expenses? All right, let's finish up here.
Working full-time jobs and they just can't make things work right now. For example, this morning, a woman posted she's an RN working 2 jobs and still is struggling. I know we're all complaining about how expensive things are. For me, personally, like my car insurance doubled in August. I was paying around $140 a month, and now I'm paying $200.
Did you get tickets and accidents or what? Doubled.
$180 for 2 vehicles. And I'm one driver. And I have never had a claim. There was no reason for the increase other than they just increased me. On top of that, Florida Power and Light rules the entire state of Florida now. They bought out Gulf Power. And since then, all I ever hear about from people is how astronomical their utility bills.
Yeah, power in Florida, folks. I've heard a lot of reports about that. It's ridiculous down there.
Are. Everyone is trying to find ways to save money. But as soon as we save money in one area, something else goes up. So it's just kind of like we're sliding this scale back and forth and it's actually like increasing.
Totally. Rents are starting to drop now, but other areas are still going up. So overall, things are getting more expensive when you average everything out.
We're never saving, no matter how hard we try. Like I stopped eating out with my kids. Obviously eating out is super expensive, but I went almost a month no eating out and it was still a struggle. And if you made it this far, I don't mean this to be like a pity party thing. I'm figuring it out. But last Friday, my birthday, my boss cut my hours in half. So yeah, I guess this is also like a PSA to people who aren't struggling right now. Don't be tone deaf because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. If you start to notice behavior changes and lifestyle changes, I can promise you it's because people are being proactive or, I don't know, maybe reactive to their financial situation.
Wow. A lot said there, folks. Screen name, girl, Kyle. All right? This is what people are thinking, folks. This is how people are reacting to life right now. It's a life in America. The American dream has turned into a nightmare for many. People are sick of the struggle, sick of the working 9 to 5 and still having nothing to show for it. No money left at the end of the month. Then you have like the other guy that was cursing up a storm, cursing every other word. He's asking, how are these people at the concerts, stadiums, at the bars, eating out these expensive dinners? And I think it's mostly on credit, folks. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong. I think people are just borrowing money, spending money just to have fun because they know that they probably are not going to own much, right? Most people locked out of the housing market, and they're just going to go spend money on other things and just have fun. If they can't own something, just have fun. I think that's what's going on. People are just blowing through their paychecks, running up credit, both, just having fun, you know. Vegas, so Las Vegas, people have, there's been a drop-off in tourism, and Vegas has seen a big drop in tourism. The Uber drivers are reporting it. The casinos are reporting it. So it is declining. People are pulling back on certain types of spending, but still a lot of people out there just spending, folks. Let me know what you think about this. The person that would choose to be homeless, it sounds like she's about ready to quit her job. You know, maybe we'll have to keep up and check out other videos from some of these people. But let me know what you think down in the comments, folks. Sweeping the homeless camps, and more people are thinking about just choosing to be homeless. Crazy times, folks. Hope you're good. As always, keep stacking. Bye for now. Bull, boom, bear, bust. My name is JJ. See you next time. Peace.